But if you see that I only got 3 octopus or three prongs on my plate, why in the hell would you eat 2? Why? You seen the title of the video. Your girl is back again with another story time. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even have to say anything because you know what's up. I know what's up. We know what's up. And that's on what? That's on what? That's on period and Mary Had a Little Lamb. As y'all can see by the title and the thumbnail, today's story time is about the time I end up being a sugar mommy, y'all. I end up being a trick and I didn't even know it. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. This story time does kind of remind me of the last one. And I know y'all going to be thinking, Asia, is this the same person? Asia, y'all, this is not the same person. If you see my last story time about how I met, what did I call her? A loader. I think I called her a freeloader in that last story time. This is not the same person, y'all. This is a completely different person. I don't know what it is. If I'm a charity magnet, and I don't know, y'all. Everybody that I've been meeting, let me not say everybody because that'll be doing OD, but I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I've been meeting a lot of people that's been on vacation with no damn money, and this is another situation that's similar to my last story time, but no, it is not the same person. But let's go ahead and get into the story time. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's get into it. So this happened, honestly, this happened last week, y'all. And I posted it on my close friends, and y'all was like, Asia, put it on YouTube, y'all. Put the full tea on there. If you want my Patreon, I'm gonna put the receipts in here. I don't want to put too much receipts on here. I'll put a little something on here, y'all, but I'm not gonna put too much because I don't like to expose people. I don't do story times to put people out there. It's honestly just a kiki. And this is obscure. This is one of those stories where it's just like, are you for real? This is diabolical, y'all, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So last week I ended up going to this Amo piano yoga event that Black and Bali was hosting. If y'all don't know, they have a group called Black and Bali, which is ironic, y'all, because the owner of the group, the CEO, is not even Black. It's a Balinese man that owns this company, but it's called Black and Bali, and they basically host events all throughout Indonesia. And this particular event is I think it's like every other Tuesday, and they host these yoga events at different locations. So I went to the one last week, and I'm only out here for a few weeks, y'all, and I've really been trying to go to like majority of the events because I don't know about y'all, but when I'm out of town, I like to be around my people. I like to see my people. So I end up buying a ticket at this event. Mind you, I'm solo. I don't know anybody at all. I am in like this group chat with people, but this is the first ever event that I went to. I'm lying. I went to one other event like 2 days prior to that, but this is the first like daytime event that I went to, y'all. And remember I told y'all at the first event that I went to, I ended up meeting a girl that's who do they call her? Freeloader. Y'all do not hate me. Me and Freeloader, we did end up connecting again, but I'm gonna tell y'all about that later on in this story time. So boom, I go to the Amo Piano event. It's a whole bunch of people that look like me, but we from all over, y'all. We just chatting and, you know, just talking, asking people where they're from. And it's really just a good vibe, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but when I'm outside the country, I love seeing my people, and I love just seeing how they got here, what they doing here.
Y'all, let me just clear that up because y'all probably thinking like, girl, what you mean how I got here? I got on a plane and I just got here. But no, y'all, a lot of the people that's out here for an extended period of time, they out here working or they're out here getting to the bag. Like I had met this man that said he had just bought a property for $125,000, and I wouldn't have met him or figured out how he did that process if I didn't go to this event. So I found that a lot of people that was at these events, they were actually networking. Of course, you have a few people that's just here for a holiday and they leave in like 7 days. Apparently, some people was networking for their next meal, but we gonna get there.
Basically everybody that was at this event, they had just moved to Bali or they had been living there for years. So I'm just talking to people, asking them how they transition, what they do for work, and we're networking, y'all. Boom, the event ends up starting, and right before the event started, there was this girl. We're gonna go ahead and call her Sugar Baby because I'm apparently the sugar mommy, y'all. We're gonna call her Sugar Baby, or let's just call her Baby throughout this story time. Baby sees me, and Baby is like, oh my gosh, like she's very animated, y'all. She's like, oh my gosh, you are so pretty. Like you are so pretty. Like, you give me this earthy vibe. I'm gonna put a picture on what I had on, y'all. I had this 2-piece brown set on, and I had my hair down like this, and I had like light makeup on, y'all. I had like a little skin tint on. So she sees me, she compliments me, and I don't think anything of it because it's like an unspoken rule. And they be throwing like compliments like they getting commission for it. Like, everybody was just super sweet or whatever. So I throw a compliment back at her. I'm just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, girl. You look good as well. And then she was like, you here alone? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here alone. And then literally she takes the yoga mat directly beside my yoga mat, and we're doing our little stretches together. And, you know, we vibing, we like dancing, stretching, doing yoga. And in between, like, y'all, in between the sets, me and homegirl was struggling. I'm not gonna lie, the girl was really... Y'all, the instructor was really working us the hell out. Like, in between the sets, me and her looking at each other like, damn, this again. Like, we doing up, downs, cow scratches. We doing all types of stuff, y'all. And we making little comments to each other throughout the yoga session, y'all. Fast forward, maybe, I think it was like an hour long. At the end of the yoga session, she was just like, oh my gosh, we gonna be friends. We gonna be friends. So what's your Instagram? And I give her my Instagram. Immediately, y'all, she pulls up my Instagram and she starts like scrolling through my feed. And I'm not gonna say this is weird because people do this. Like, this has happened to me a few times since I've been out here, so I guess it's a normal thing. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't do this. Like, if I grab somebody's Instagram, I go check their content out after the fact. I don't check their content out directly in front of them and just start talking about their content. So the first picture she clicks of mine is a picture of me and my fiance, and I captioned, I don't recall exactly what the caption was, y'all. I'll put the picture in here, but this is the picture right here. And I think I captured it something about having God in the center of our relationship. So as soon as she sees that, she's like, oh my gosh, sister, you my sister. And when she says this, I don't know why it didn't register. Y'all know I'm a little, it did not register, y'all. I was thinking like she was saying like sister as in like you black, I'm black. And I'm thinking like, I see that. Mind you, y'all, I'm not going to say where exactly she was from. I'm just going to say that she was from the Caribbean, because I notice when I do story times and I say where people were from, I always get comments like they couldn't be from here because my people don't act like they couldn't be. And it's just like, we are not a monolith. If I say somebody was from India, this is not a representation of everybody in India. So I'm just gonna stop saying where certain people are from, because y'all be real confrontational and offended about everything. But anyway, she's from the Caribbean, y'all. So when she says, oh my gosh, you're my sister, my father is from Kingston, y'all. I'm of Jamaican descent. So when she said this, I'm thinking like, okay, we black, I see that or whatever. So I'm just kicking it. I didn't really get the correlation when she kept saying my sister. And then after that, she's scrolling. She's like, oh, you were in Thailand. She just basically strolling through my feed. And she's like, oh, you travel a lot. Like, she's just going through my feed or whatever. I'm like, she just asking me questions about different things on my feed. That's how I know that she's going through my pictures directly in front of me, y'all. And at this time, the event had just ended. I'm in the bathroom and I'm kind of just like prancing around or whatever. If you want my Patreon, I'm gonna put the video in there. Like, literally, the music is playing and we just vibing in the bathroom. And as we're vibing, she's like going through my Instagram. So immediately after that, she was just like, what are you doing for today? The yoga event started at 11. It ended around like maybe 12, 15-ish, y'all. And I haven't had 8 yet. Like, I went to Pilates that morning, and then by 12, your girl was hungry. I was hungry. So I was like, I don't have no plans for today. I'm really just gonna go get me something to eat after this. And she was like, I don't got no plans today either. Can I come? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, where are we going? And I told her it's this spot that I've been, y'all, when I like something, I beat it down. It's this spot called Gigi Susu that I've been going to every single day out here. So I told her I'm going back to Gigi Susu. And she was just like, okay, like we can go. I give her the address to the spot. She calls her Grab. If I say Grab, y'all, it's the Uber. Grab or Gojek, Uber. That's the Uber app out here, y'all. So I call my Gojek. She calls her Grab, and we're on our way to this spot or whatever. And I'm feeling good. You know, I just got done with yoga. I done met a little friend. That's kind of what it's all about. Like, the Black and Bali group is for you to come here and mingle and network and like meet people, y'all. So I'm like, okay, I done made me a little friend. So I thought, y'all, I'm like, I done made me a little friend. I'm on my way there. We get there, and they get us seated upstairs, and they see us directly beside a couple, y'all, and this couple was Muslim. And I'm not saying this for no reason, y'all. We sitting right beside a Muslim couple. They're literally maybe like a yard, not even, like they're in arm's reach from us. They're sitting directly beside us. So when we get in there, we just start talking about everything. We talking about family, just having parents from the Caribbean, and we're just talking about our upbringing. We're talking about school. We're talking about relationships. We're talking about life. We're literally talking about everything. The conversation, I don't know how we got on politics, y'all, but politics got brought up, and typically I do not like to speak about politics or religion with people I do not know on a personal level. I keep it very surface level, just because we can have different views, and I try to respect everybody's opinions and views on how they see things. So that topic got brought up, and keep in mind, since I've been out here, that's kind of just been a thing. Like when I tell people I'm from America, they be like, oh, how do you feel about this and this going on and this? And people are just asking me my views about the Trump administration, y'all. And I keep it very surface level. I tell them I don't fuck with that orange man, and I tell them how I feel, but I don't go too deep into it, y'all. So that conversation got brought up. I haven't had any discourse with anybody else about my opinions about anything. So I told her how I feel about it and how I felt about ICE and everything that's just going on in America. And she told me her opinion about it, and we just agreed to disagree. Then I do not know how we got on the topic of, I know she brought up religion, y'all, but something, I don't know, it was something that I said that made me ask her, what God are you talking about, y'all? Because she said something that I did not relate to. So I asked her what God, this is why. We both have a tattooed on us. I have this tattoo on me, y'all. It is a Hindi tattoo, but it's related to my spirituality. And she asked me what my tattoo meant, and I told her what my tattoo meant. And then she goes to tell me that if I don't know if y'all know, but the religion in the area in Indonesia that I'm in, it's Hindu, y'all. It's Hindu, and a lot of people are also Muslim here. So she goes and she's like, Hinduism, it's demonic. That's what she says to me. I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube, but yes, y'all, she tells me that it's very vile and very wicked, and I'm like, I just like the font of the tattoo. I don't really know anything about the people's religion here. She's like, yeah, the monkeys, it symbolizes this. And she's just going into details and talking about like how dark it is. So I don't recall what she said exactly during this time, but something just provoked me to ask her, who's her God or whatever. And she looked at me. I don't know why I said that, y'all, but y'all, why did I say that? She looked at me.
Let me clarify really quick, because it sounds like in this part I'm saying something that's passive aggressive, like, oh, who your God? Like, who your God? Like, no, y'all, I wasn't saying it like that. I was really genuinely asking a question, and I do know that the only way to God is through Jesus. I know that's the only way, but I do respect other people's religion. So if she would have said Allah was her God, I respect that. Like, I'm not trying to convert nobody. I'm not trying to spread the gospel here. If that's who you believe in, I respect you. It wasn't on a personal level. So when I said who your God, I wasn't being passive aggressive, y'all. I was genuinely asking a question.
And she was like, what you mean? There's only one God. The blood of Jesus Christ. The Holy Spirit. The Lord thy Savior. Like, she starts yelling this or whatever. And I'm like, okay, we believe in the same God, y'all. And then she was just like, why would you ask me that as a Christian? And I was just like, I believe that people can have different gods. Like, I respect everybody's religion. Like, as long as you believe in something that's bigger than yourself, that's all I am. Like, that's all I respect. Like, I respect it. I just met you like 2 minutes ago. I would never like disrespect anybody's religion or whatever. So she started, y'all, when I say I wish I would have been recording during this part, but she literally starts yelling to the top of her lungs, idolatry, idolatry, that's idolatry. So she starts yelling, and I'm like so uncomfortable, not because she made me feel away, y'all. I'm uncomfortable because, like I told y'all, there's a Muslim couple sitting directly beside us, and she's like, anything that's not the Holy Spirit is idolatry, and I'm not gonna go deep into that, but this is the first little thing that we kind of differed. So I was just like looking at her sideways a little bit with that, because it's just like, out of respect for people around you, why would you be speaking that loud? Like, we can talk in, you know, in a closed area about this, but to be doing all of that in public is a tad bit much. But outside of that, y'all, we had a good talk, a great talk, kiki, laughing, good time. We were probably there for like maybe an hour and 30 minutes. Right after I left there, I told her I had to get some work done. She said she had to get some work done, and she was just like, what are you doing tomorrow? I told her that I was planning on going to this festival, y'all. And she was like, oh, send me the information. I might go. I don't have no plans tomorrow. Like, we can just chop it up. And I'm like, yeah, just text me and I'll let you know what I'm doing. And if I'm not doing nothing, we can link up or whatever. Or if anything, we can just go and grab breakfast, y'all. Fast forward to that following day, baby texts me in the morning, and she's just like, hey girl, like, how did you sleep? Not sweet. How did you sleep? And I'm like, oh, I slept good. Like, how did you sleep or whatever? And she was just like, oh, I'm good. What are you doing? I had told her I just got done at my workout class and I was getting ready to go shopping. She was like, oh, what are you doing after that? I'm like, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm going to the concert, but I probably won't go to the concert later tonight. The person that I was going to the concert with was a person that I met previously in the group. So it was Freeloader. It's a lot. I'm trying not to add parts that's not really important. Just know, y'all, I was going to the concert with a group of people that I had met the following week from being in this group chat, y'all. I met a group of girls, and we all bought our tickets together, and we were going to the concert. And Loader was in this group of people, if you watch my previous story time. Okay, that's who I was meeting up with to go to the concert, and I had just met Baby the day before, if y'all following me. So boom, I tell her that or whatever, and she's just like, oh, well, I was planning on going to Luna. Have you seen this beach club? Which Luna is a very popular beach club in Bali, y'all. I had been wanting to go. It was saved in my little TikTok things to do when I get here. So I was just like, yeah, like, I ain't doing nothing. Once I get done shopping, I was getting like things like souvenirs and stuff for my girls. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing nothing. We could definitely chop it up. I'm gonna meet you at the beach club. So she ends up texting me, and she's just like, I'm about to go ahead and head out to Luna. Luna is like 20 minutes from me, and Luna was probably like 25 minutes from me, y'all. And I end up telling her like, hey, I'm about to call my Grab, aka Uber, y'all. I'm about to be on my way. But right when I sent that text message, y'all, my Grab driver, he texts me, and he was just like, hey, can you pay me in cash? Because I don't have any gas, no gas. So I was going back and forth with my driver and was like, can you please cancel my trip? Because how the hell, like, it works like Uber, y'all. If you have your card connected to the app, it charges you when you book the ride. So the fact that you accepted my ride and then you asked me if I can pay in cash, knowing I already got charged on my card, and you telling me it's because you don't have no gas. You don't have no gas to get me to my destination. So now you about to do a pit stop on my stop. And it's not the first time, like, drivers out here, they be moving reckless. So I told my driver, like, hell no, like, go ahead and cancel this trip, y'all. He didn't want to cancel the trip because obviously if he canceled the trip, I think it hurts his rating or something. So I just told him, it's okay. I got another app, y'all. I downloaded the other app. It's like Uber, y'all. I downloaded the other app, and I end up calling a driver. It said that driver wasn't going to be coming until like 10 minutes. So then I end up texting Baby, and I'm like, hey, I know I told you I was on my way like 15 minutes ago, but really I'm now just being on my way, and my ETA is saying I won't get there until about, I was saying I was going to get there like 5-ish, y'all. And she already told me that she was on her way like 20 minutes ago. So she was just like, oh, it's okay. I'm going to wait for you. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. I'm on my way there, y'all. And I don't know what was going on, but there was like a traffic jam. If you know, like, the traffic in Indonesia is just terrible, y'all. There ended up being a traffic jam, and my ETA got pushed back like a whole 20 minutes. And she had told me that she had just got there by this point. So I end up writing her, and I'm like, hey, baby, just go inside. Do not wait for me. Like, don't wait for me. I don't like inconveniencing people, y'all. Like, go inside, get us a seat, grab a drink, like, get comfortable, like, you know. So I told her that. She's like, no, it's fine. They have the bathroom right here. I'm just going to wait outside in the bathroom. And I literally sent her a screenshot. I'm like, girl, it's going to take me forever to get to where I'm going. So please just go inside. So she kept saying, no, I'm gonna wait for you, and I kept insisting for her to go inside, y'all, because it was saying I wasn't gonna be there until another 20 minutes, and she had already been waiting for like 15 minutes for me. So she ends up texting me, and she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go inside. And at the time, y'all, I'm not thinking anything of it. Looking in hindsight, I knew exactly why she ain't want to go inside, but at the time I'm just thinking like, oh, she's just a really sweet girl, like she wanted to wait until we got there so we could experience it together. But no, y'all, but we gonna get there. So boom, I end up getting there, and when I get there, I have to go to the bathroom. I run to the bathroom. By the time I get out of the bathroom, y'all, baby never went inside, y'all. She went and grabbed tickets, and then she came like back out. Like as I was coming out the bathroom, I basically saw her or whatever. So I'm like, oh, hey girl, give her a hug. We enter the event, y'all. And usually, like if you want to sit in certain areas at this beach club, you have to pay a minimum. They have like minimum spends, but where we were at was the restaurant, and there's no minimum spend. So we at the restaurant, and she's looking for a table. I wanted to kind of check out like the pool area, so I went over there. Have like a whole slide, and it's like a whole bunch of stuff you can do over there. So I went over there, I checked that out, and I grabbed a drink, and then I came back to the table, and then a server ends up taking our order. And by this point it's probably like 6 o'clock, the sun is going down, and I ordered like a couple small bites, y'all. I ordered octopus, salmon, and something else I ordered, just a bunch of small things. I don't recall exactly what she ordered, but I know she got something small. Like she got like one plate, and I got 3 different small bites as well. And then she got like, if I'm not mistaken, y'all, I think it was pasta. So she said she didn't see anything appetizing on the menu, y'all. So she orders that, and I want to say 2 of my apps came, and right when the food came, y'all, like halfway through dinner, she's like, oh, I'm gonna pay you in cash. Like if they put it on one check, I'm just gonna give you it in cash. Is that okay? So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And you know, I continue to eat my food. As we eating our food, we chatting up, we laughing, we just bonding, y'all. And I noticed that homegirl, mind you, because I ordered basically appetizers. I ordered 3 apps, and she ordered a meal, and they bring things out in order at this restaurant, y'all. So they brought out all my apps. She's literally helping me eat all of my apps. Mind you, she said she didn't really see anything that appeased her on the menu, but she's eating like half of my apps. Keep in mind, y'all, I'm letting her know like, hey girl, if you want some, you can have some. But if you see that I only got 3 octopus or three prawns on my plate, why in the hell would you eat 2? Why, y'all? So she started getting a little too comfortable. She eating my food more than I'm eating my food. So I was already thinking like, girl, when your food come, I'm finna have a little more than a bite, a little more than a taste, because you don't ate half of my best dish. But keep in mind, y'all, I'm just peeping or whatever, but I'm not really saying nothing. I made like a little joke about it, like, girl, you want to order that? She's like, no, I'm good. Like just making fun, y'all, or whatever. So we chatting at the table. Her food finally comes, and it was, I don't recall what type of pasta, y'all, but it was some type of pasta, and they literally probably only gave her like 5 forkfuls of pasta, and I had like 2 of those. They weren't really generous with the food, y'all. So we just vibing it there, and they end up having like this fireworks show, and it's like a whole bunch of entertainment going on at this beach club. So we probably stayed there for maybe like 30-40 minutes after our food came, and then the server finally brings out the check, y'all. When the server brings out the check, he gives her the receipt. So she looks at the receipt, she goes in her purse, and she hands me exactly like 450,000 rupiah. And that's about, I want to say that's around like maybe $20. Hold on, let me look it up, y'all, because I'm not really sure. But I want to say that's no more than like $20-$30. Let me look it up really quick. Okay, y'all, that's exactly $27.67. So she hands me this rupiah or whatever, and I grab the receipt, and I look at the total of the price, y'all. And at the bottom of the receipt, anytime you go out in Indonesia, there's a gratuity, and that's most places, y'all. They charge gratuity, they charge a 10% Indonesian tax, and they charge another tax that foreigners just have to pay. So there's an additional maybe like $30 on our tab, based on like the amount of food that we order. Like we have to pay a percentage of our total tab. So I mentioned that to her. I'm like, hey, you gave me like exactly what your food costs, but there's taxes at the bottom of the thing or whatever, y'all. And I'm waiting for her to like give me more cash or say something. So I mentioned it to her, and she's like, huh? Like, she's acting like she's confused about what I was saying, and the whole time the server is kind of waiting right there to take the bill, y'all. So I'm telling her like, hey, you gave me $4.50. This is exactly how much your food is, and then there's taxes at the bottom of the thing. She don't really say nothing, y'all. She's just like, huh? Like, she's looking over the receipt. I don't do all of that. I'm not doing all of that. The people was waiting for the tab, so I go ahead and pull my card out and I pay for the food, y'all. And I kind of just side eye her, like I'm side eyeing her. I'm like, okay, but keep in mind, I ain't tripping, y'all. I'm not tripping. Fast forward, we getting ready to leave, and mind you, y'all, I was already planning on going to this festival. I didn't get to the festival until like 9 o'clock. By this time, I want to say maybe it's going on 7 o'clock. She ends up saying who's the lineup at the festival. I end up telling her like somebody, Poppy Shoppy, what is his name? Poppy Sholo. I don't know, y'all. I didn't know any of these artists. These were French artists. I was literally just going to the festival because I just happened to be in Indonesia and they having a whole festival. So I'm just like, why not? Like, why not go? I didn't know any of the artists. So she's just like, you know what? I'm feeling good. I think I want to go. I'm going to go. And I'm like, okay. But before we went, she was like, we should pregame. And I'm like, I already have liquor, y'all. I had a bottle of, y'all, I have this. Hold on. Let me show y'all. I had this big old bottle of tequila. So what I look like going to the festival and spending money on drinks when I got tequila at my hotel. So I'm like, oh, I have tequila at my hotel and some couple other drinks. So do you want me to stop by my hotel and we get drinks and we just pregame at my hotel and then we head to the festival? So she was just like, yeah, that's fine. Like, we can go ahead and do that, y'all. But when I say pregame, y'all, I mean, I was just going to go inside of my hotel, pour the liquor into a bottle, and then we were gonna like take it into the event or like drink shots on the way to the event, y'all. Fast forward, on the way to the gas station, y'all, to get like juice and chaser and stuff, homegirl, I don't think it's important to give her name. It's just one of the girls that I had previously met like last week, y'all, that I was meeting at the festival. She ends up texting me, telling me that she ended up popping her sandal. Is there any way I can bring her any extra sandals, y'all? And we just happen to wear the same size, or my foot is like a half size bigger than her. So I'm like, yeah, girl, that's cool. I'm already stopping by my hotel, so I'll pick you up some slides and I'll bring it on the way. So I told baby, I'm like, hey, how about you just go directly there? Like, literally, I'm just stopping by my hotel. I'm grabbing the tequila and I'm going to grab shoes, and then I can just meet you there or whatever. Because like I said, y'all, we were taking bikes to all of these events. So it didn't really make sense for her to stop by my hotel, then stop by the store, and then, you know what I mean? Like, none of that. It really just didn't make sense, y'all. But anyway, she was adamant. She was just like, no, you're not inconveniencing me. Because like I said, y'all, I don't want to inconvenience nobody. I'm like, I'll just meet you there. I have to do this extra stop to go get the shoes, and it's going to take up extra time. Like, I'll just meet you at the event. Like I said, I was already meeting other people at the event. So she's just like, no, it's going to be an inconvenience. It's like really, no, it's going to inconvenience if we don't make it there together at the same time. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is just her personality. Maybe she just a little clinky. Like, ain't think anything of it, y'all. So I go to my hotel. I grabbed the liquor, and on my way out, instead of stopping by a gas station, I was just like, let's just buy mocktails at the bar here, and we can just pour our own tequila in it, y'all. And she was just like, oh no, that's gonna be too much money. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna go to the gas station. And literally, I'm at the counter trying to order the drinks for the people, and the people are looking like, do y'all want to drink or do y'all don't want to drink? And she's adamant. She's like, no, we're good. Let's go to the gas station. So we go to the gas station that's literally right down the road from my hotel, y'all. We literally walk. We get to the gas station. I pick up some sweet tea. She picks up sweet tea and a couple bottles. It was like juice and snacks she picked up. We get to the front of the counter, y'all. I put my stuff down. The man starts ringing up the stuff. She puts her stuff down as he's ringing up the stuff. And then I'm waiting for her to like take out her money so she could pay for her stuff or grab her stuff or correct him, be like, hey, this is mine or this is separate, y'all. But she never does that. So I go ahead and pull out my card. And before I can even swipe my card or tap my card at the register, she's just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You didn't have to. I did, because I waited for you to pay for your belongings or pick up your things, and you didn't do it. So, what? So I peeped that, and I'm like, okay, like I don't know, y'all. It was just weird. Mind you, the stuff was like $2. So I wasn't tripping, but I also just peeped like, how you gonna feel entitled for me to pay for your juice and your snacks? And I just met you yesterday. Or you could have at least asked if we can put our stuff together, or you could at least offer to give me cash or something. But y'all, it was mad weird. So that was the second side eye. I was just like, first you pulled the whole I'm gonna give you cash at dinner and you didn't include your gratuity. Now you putting your snacks and your juice with my stuff, and then when I pay, you act like you were gonna reach and pay. I don't know, y'all. It was weird. So I peeped that, and now we're on our way to the festival. We in the car.
Y'all, excuse the way I look. I've been yelling all day, but this not about me. The amount of people that travel with no money is astonishing. Y'all know I've been in Bali for the past few weeks, and I done met like 3, 4, 5 different people, and not even people from America, y'all, from all over, that has traveled not to another city, but to another continent, y'all. Another continent without no damn money. And today I was a trick and I didn't even know it. I had met this girl like 2 days ago at a Black and Bali event. Today we had plans to go to dinner, but before dinner we stopped at a gas station to get some drinks because we were gonna like pregame after the dinner, y'all, because I had liquor already in my bag. So I grabbed some sweet tea, she grabs 2 drinks and a few snacks. We get to the register, she put all her stuff down when I put my stuff down, and then I'm kind of like waiting while the guy is bringing the stuff up, and she don't pull out her card or anything. So I go ahead and pull out my card, and she's like, oh my gosh, you didn't have to do. I did, because you didn't pull out your card. So that was red flag number 1. It was like $2 to $3. Like, it's mad cheap here. So I didn't think nothing of it. The next spot we go to the restaurant, y'all, and I order my food. She orders her food. And then like halfway through dinner, she's like, I'm just going to give you cash and you can put it on your card. Huh? And then, y'all, when the bill comes, the girl pays me exactly what her food was. Y'all know gratuity is included. Gratuity, taxes, and whatever Indonesia fees they added. She didn't include any of that, y'all. So I thought that was odd, but I went ahead and put it on my card. The next spot we go to, y'all, we go to this festival. I've been paid for my ticket for this festival like maybe 10 hours ago. We get to the front. Something's wrong with her card. She's like, hey, can I use your card? I'm like, yeah, cool. I give her my card, pay for her ticket. It's like $40. As we're walking in, she's like, I get paid on Thursday. I'm going to give you the money back on Thursday. Huh? Thursday? Today's Saturday. Today is Saturday. Why are you outside with no money? Y'all.
We drinking liquor. We have the driver playing music, and we just turn it up or whatever. We pregame it in the car. When we get to the festival, y'all, it's a whole bunch of people there. It's a line. It's like crazy. They have one line for people that already bought their tickets, where you can kind of go to the front of the line, and people that didn't buy their tickets in advance, you have to go to another line, and that line is longer. I go to the line for the people that already bought their ticket. Oh, I was about to say, keep in mind, she had just decided to go to this festival maybe like an hour or 2 ago, like right before we left the beach club. That's when she decided to go to this event. So we get to the front or whatever, and she's with me, like right beside me, and the dude is like, where's your ticket? And she was like, oh, I don't have a ticket, I'm just gonna pay at the counter. And he was like, well, the line for that is back there. So we go to the back, and I'm waiting for her, and she basically just kind of slide cut in front of everybody, and she's trying to pay at the kiosk. It's like a kiosk situation, y'all. She's trying to pay for her ticket, and I'm like recording the event or whatever, recording what's going on around me. I'm like, damn, we've been here for a little minute. Like, what's going on? Because I'm not directly beside her, y'all. I walk over there beside her, and this is like her 3rd time trying to tap her card, and the card like keeps declining. Like, the card not going through. So she was just like, hey, can I use your card? And when she said this, y'all, I'm thinking like, okay, she gonna cash at me, Zelle me, like, or she gonna pay me in cash, because obviously I see there's an issue with her card. So I don't even think twice about it, y'all. I pull my card out, give her my card, swipe for her, and we go into the event. As we're going into the event, y'all, baby looks at me, and she was just like, I get paid on Saturday. No, sorry, y'all. She was like, I get paid on Thursday. I'm gonna just pay you back on Thursday. Mind you, y'all, today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Why the hell are you outside with no money? So when she say that, I look at her, I give her a face, and I'm like, huh? What's today? So I said, what's today? And she started acting like she don't know what day of the week it is. So I seriously didn't know what today was. Because I'm thinking like, it's not like you said, oh, you're gonna pay me back tomorrow. Even tomorrow is like OD, but Thursday and today is Saturday is wild. So immediately I got an attitude, but I'm outside, I'm out the country, I'm not finna let anything ruin my night. I just immediately got an attitude, and I text the girls in the group chat that I initially came there to meet up with. But y'all, I noticed everywhere I went, baby went. Like, baby was like, when I say she was on my ass, she was literally on my ass. Like, y'all, it was to the point where I almost told her, like, hey, can you like back up? Can you give me space? Because like, I'll be right here and I feel her arm, y'all. Like, her arm is like literally touching me, or she's directly behind me. When we moving through the crowd, she's holding the loop on my belt buckle, y'all. When I say I was a sugar mommy and I didn't even know it, I was a sugar mommy. She was sticking to me like glue. And it did get to the point where I was like, you ain't hot. Like, you ain't hot. And she was like, yeah, I am hot. And I'm just like she kept.
It was to the point where I really was starting to swing. You ever been so hot where you like one sweat or like 1 degree from like swinging on somebody because it's just hot as fuck? Like, you would have thought that I had the AC unit in my damn skin. That's how close she was. Like, it would be like, I would like look at her and I would move away, do a step, and then she would do 2 steps closer to me, y'all. It was weird.
Pulling on me, and I told her to stop pulling on my like pants when we were walking through the crowd. The crowd wasn't even that thick. It wasn't one of those situations where it was like, if we didn't hold hands, we were gonna lose each other. It was like breathable space to walk through, and she was like holding on to my belt buckle. But anyway, y'all, I end up meeting my girls. This was the last straw. I end up meeting the girls that I met last week or whatever, and we're all vibing. I'm introducing everybody to everybody. Anytime we meet anybody new, y'all, they be adding the girls to the group chat. So they end up adding babies to the group chat. And we all kind of just vibing. And like I said, I drunk in the Uber before we got there, but I wasn't really lit yet, y'all. And it was hot. So I went to the bar to go get some ginger ale, and I ended up getting a Long Island iced tea. So me and all the girls, we basically ordering drinks. And I noticed that baby didn't order no drink, y'all. So after I ordered my drink, they put half of my ginger ale, he poured it in a cup, and the other half he left it in the can. And then I turned around, like I said, y'all, the girl was right there up on me. So I'm like, girl, you not hot? She was like, yeah, I am hot. I am hot. And I'm like, oh, like, why you didn't order you something to drink? Why you didn't order you some money? I'm gonna order you some money. That's what she needed to order, y'all. But I'm just like, why you ain't order you nothing to drink? She was just like, oh, I'm good. Like, I'm already good. I'm already feeling good. I'm already feeling tipsy, y'all. Soon as the man get done with my Long Island, she was like, what is that? And I do this too, y'all. I'm not gonna act like I don't. I'm a big, can I try it? I am definitely one of those people. But I knew she was really thirsty by the way she drunk half of my drink, y'all. So she was like, can I try it? I'm like, yeah. I let her try it. And everybody and their mama know a Long Island iced tea is disgusting. It's not a drink for taste. It's a drink to get you there. Like, that's what type of drink it is. So the drink is nasty as hell. She's like, oh, that's nasty. Like, what's all in there? I'm like, a little bit of everything. Again, girl, you asking for another sip after you just said it was nasty, y'all. She had drunk like half of my drink or whatever. So I ended up giving her the other half of the ginger ale that was in the cup, because I realized that she really didn't have no money and she was thirsty, but she didn't really know how to come out and say it. So I just ended up giving her that. And y'all, when I say the whole freaking night, the girl was just like glued to me. And I was just like, this is crazy. Like, I don't see how. And then she's not the only one, y'all. How are you outside with no damn money? Like, that's kind of what I was thinking in between the night. Like, I'm bopping at the concert, having a good time, and then just randomly, my mind is like, damn, how you outside with no money? How you in another continent with no money? Like, who do that, y'all? That's literally what I was thinking. But yeah, this is the story time on how I became a trick, aka a sugar mommy, and I didn't even know it. And the only reason why I peep game, but at the same time, I'm like, nah. Like, you be second guessing, like, nah. But when we got to that damn concert, I was just like, wow, this girl really came outside. And her weekend was on the house, and I was the house, y'all. But yeah, girl, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I do have one more story time for y'all while I'm out here. And then I come back home at the end of July. I'll be back home, so I'll be posting my normal regular smuggler videos. It's Thursday today, y'all. Today is Thursday, because I know y'all gonna ask, Asia, did you get your money back? Today's Thursday, y'all. So I don't know yet. I'll probably update y'all in the comments on whether or not if I got my money back. And if I don't get my money back, it's really not that deep, y'all. But it's just the audacity for you to be outside with no money. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in my next one. Mwah.